Scrapbookers, it's Katie Scott, and I'm here to document December 4th. This is where I am so far in my December daily album. It's an 8x8 album. The album is an American Crafts album, and I've set the goal of not only keeping up with December daily every day for December, but also making a video. So I got a day behind, and so I'm playing catch up. And so I've made this page, that was about December 3rd, and then I have these pictures, and all of these journaling cards for December 4th. So I actually think December 4th is going to be 3 pages, which sounds really weird because I don't feel like I did that much today. But this picture here is, I think the colors coordinate well with this, and then this story and this picture kind of go together, so those will be on the next page. So let's just get this cut. And so my son lost a tooth today, but not one of the teeth we were hoping for him to lose. He's got 3 teeth that really need to come out. He's 11, and we just found out, well, we knew, but he had his first orthodontist consultation recently, and the guy was all ready to put braces on him the day before Thanksgiving, and my husband was like, whoa, 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 I want to get a second opinion. I was like, we don't need a second opinion, we know he needs braces. There's my little cutie, but there's his tooth, but he oops, I guess you would see it like that, but anyways, he's got to have a couple teeth come out before, well, he does, the orthodontist said he didn't have to, but my husband thought it would be a better idea if the tooth came out before he got the braces on. So here's my thought for this page. This is an 8x8 album, and then I just want to see if I actually wrote about the tooth, and I didn't. I thought I did. So I made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards about today, December 4th, but I didn't write about that, which I'm kind of surprised about. What am I doing? So this is going to be, see, I have a lot for today, which is funny because I was sick today, so I didn't even do anything, which just cracks me up. Okay, it's okay. And so I have this photo, and then what might be interesting is to use this paper. Oh, I don't think it's going to work. Hold on. Just going to see if I could kind of coordinate. I think I can. This paper with the paper on the opposite page. And so even though it's not a full page, I think that's going to be okay. Yes. Yep, so I just need to put some fairly aggressive adhesive right along here, and then when I put the picture down over it, I just have to make sure I'm getting it like totally straight on, and so I'm going to use just a different 8x8 sheet as my guide. Okay, sometimes this makes a horrible sound. I am really not the best. I'm really not that skilled at using these things. But I will say this particular stuff, Darice Permanent, is very aggressive as an adhesive. It's just very strong and permanent. Like, it means it. It's not kidding around. So, and you place something down, just make sure you have it totally straight, or else you're going to be sorry. Oh, please, come on. Here we go. Ah. Okay, so good enough. And then just to, it's all tacked on the back, but I'm just going to put some tape, just some regular tape. And I print my photos at home during the month of December. I find that's a way that I can keep up with December Daily on a daily basis. I've been doing this December Daily thing, I think probably for as long as Allie Edwards has been talking about it. And I really do find that if I do it, like in the beginning years, I remember I tried to like go to Walgreens and pick up the prints, because I do prefer prints that like store-bought prints versus at-home prints. I think the quality is better and it's definitely cheaper. So this is what this is going to look like, and just need to figure out what I'm going to put over here. I'm not sure yet. I might just come back to that in a minute, since I'm not sure. And so on this side of so I've got a couple things I could put. One is this, we went to a program at the kids' school tonight. And let me just see if I can cut this to the right size. What was I saying? I totally forgot. Sorry. Start talking about one thing and then I interrupt myself and start talking about something else. Okay, so the thing that happened tonight was I took the kids to a school dinner, and these are the photos from the dinner. And these were here. These are the photos that I printed in Picasa, and I printed a photo collage, and that was the like 8.5 by 11 piece of paper. But all of these things had to do with buying the tree, and then this had to do with the dinner at school. I got a picture of myself in there, but I'll tell you a little secret. It's not from today. And that's okay. Nobody will ever know. But I took them and my husband stayed home, which is sort of the story of, so I kind of think I might just put this right over this, perhaps. And then while we went, my husband stayed home. Oh, I almost think I'm going to have 4 pages now. Crazy, that's too much. It's okay. But he stayed home and he got to play the drums without us, and he was like super happy about that. And then he was like, oh, you guys came back too soon. He was having fun without us. But that's what this story was about. And then I made all those Project Life cards. So let's see. So I think I'm going to just trim this up just a little bit more. Where are my scissors? In my house, scissors go walking. It's like there's no telling where scissors go. And regular tape too. My daughter has a friend who, when she comes over, she just loves to tape things. So they used to play Barbies, and her little friend would I don't know, she would make Barbie things, stuff for Barbies to play with out of tissue paper and tape. And there's just tissue, little balled up rolls of tissue paper and tape all over my daughter's room. And we would have no tape in the house to speak of. Drove me crazy. Okay. And so I'm kind of wishing I would have trimmed these a little differently. Not very happy about that. So I don't want to cut my face off anymore, and I don't want to cut the kids off. So I'm just going to cut this And then I'll make that one a little bit smaller because it's not so important. So this is one way of getting, and I think I'm just going to leave it like that. So if they ever in the future wanted to read what went on, they can. I think it's safe. Not too worried about it. And if I wanted to decorate this at all, I think a really easy way to do that would be that washi tape. Some washi tape. I had some before that had little gingerbread men. I think that will be just fine. Up here, because we got there and my daughter instantly wanted to leave because she was like, not enough of her friends were there, and she thought it was all the little kids. So they were both like, see? First of all, they begged me to go, and then we got there, and then they wanted to leave instantly. I was like, oh no, we're not leaving now. You got me to go out when I was not feeling well, and we're staying. So there's one page. And so here we are so far. Okay, then I've got all of these little cards, and I think these are going to be on the opposite page, and then this will be, unless I have, what I really wish I did, which I should have done, but I didn't, was put the coordinated stories. I think I sort of can. So I can get 4 of these used up, and there's my number 4 for the day. I'm not sure where I'm going to put that yet. And then, okay, so tonight was a Wednesday night, and then that has to do with the Advent dinner. And so I'm going to leave that on this page. And then on this page, even though I put this here, let me just see if I can. This story sort of coordinates because it's about, my husband and I had a bills discussion today, and so I think I'm just going to put this right up here. I don't want to think about the placement of any of this stuff too long, because then it just adds time to making it. And then I'm really loving the washi. I do. I think I just want to put some black washi tape. Let's see. Just on the top of this. There we go. I don't like that. Oh, I know. I had, I don't super coordinate my pages, but if I used a certain color of washi tape on this side, it's easy to do it on the other side, and then it looks coordinated. So I used this washi on this side. So let's just use that over here. Oops. But just a little bit skinnier, just because I think it'll look better, but I also accidentally just ripped it like that. So for both reasons, there we go. And then I could put another one down here. I think I might put the 4 right there. And I think I'll use some letter stickers to just write another tooth gone. Let's see. Okay, I'm going to use this sheet. It is by Simple Stories. It's called December Documented. What will I write? Lost his tooth at lunch. because he told me about it later. He was like, we came home and then he was like, about an hour or so after we got home, he was like, oh yeah, I didn't even tell you. Lost my tooth at lunch today. I'm just gonna write, lost it at lunchtime. Lost it at lunch. I think I'm just gonna mix up the words, but I think I'll just stay with the black and white ones. So I really think a sticker sheet like this is pretty useful. It has 4 different alphas and a bunch of stickers. It was $3 at Whimsidoodle, which is my local scrapbook store. So I think I would be hesitant to spend $3 on one alphabet sheet, but you put in 4 and then it feels pretty useful to me. And these, you know, these are kind of smaller than thickers, which is what the majority of my letter stickers are. And I get those for $1.49 at TJ Maxx. Lost it at lunch. Okay, and then I need a little something right here. Something small. Ho, ho, ho. No. I don't know what to write. There's no like little stickers over here. I probably should have measured this out, but I didn't. So I just need a little, I feel like this needs a little something right there just to kind of tie it all together. I think what I'm going to do is use this little brad. I also have a white brad, which would be like a tooth. Let's say that. That makes sense. And I'm just going to use my crocodile to make a little hole to make it easy to put that, because I don't have an X-Acto knife handy. Put the brad down there. It's a snowflake brad. We live in Florida where there's no snowflakes. And then on my sheets where there's brads, on my scrapbook layouts where there's brads, I like to put tape over it on the other side, so when I'm putting it into and out of pattern paper, it just doesn't catch on things, or it just makes it easier if it's all locked down. So I think that's pretty obvious. I didn't write tooth, but lost it at lunch. He's showing his teeth. I think that tells the story. Oh, he lost his tooth. Yes, that's what he did. I was reading something recently where it's good to make the reader work for it. So sometimes it's good to make things like not so obvious. So instead of writing like, he lost his tooth, which you can basically, he's holding a tooth there and he's showing his tooth, and I wrote about how much braces are going to cost over here and lost it at lunch. I think it's obvious that we're talking about he lost a tooth, but I guess you would have to like wonder a little bit, and I think that's okay. Like, oh, maybe it was his tooth, and then yes, it was. Okay, and then these 2 stories sort of do relate to today. They don't really fit there. So what to do? I don't know. I think what I want to do is I'm going to save these 2 for maybe the next day. I don't know. And I also have like a flyer from school. Those are her spelling words. there's nothing in here that's super, it's sort of exciting, but I don't think I'm ready to put this in the album yet, so I'm going to put that to the side because some of the information is still useful. So I just need to do this little bit, and then I'm not going to use these today, but I think I still will use them. So for now they're just going to go in the back with that other one. So some December stories can have specific dates, and other December stories might not be date specific. So if you have a few of those like in the can, just put them in the back of your album, and then on a day where you don't have too much to talk about, although from how busy things are in December, I can't imagine a day like that. But imagine you had a day that didn't have much action. You could do that with the day. Okay, so now I just need an 8x8 sheet of paper to get that down. And let's just see. It doesn't have to be super special. December is so crazy, right? I mean, seriously. I just came across these. Oh, those are so cute. I really do love all of the, love that paper there. But I'm getting, oh, hey. You know what's pretty cool? Is because he's doing, I wonder if I could get somehow, some kind of music going. And this one has music too, but I'm using that. That was the Teresa Collins. But I think I like that idea. Okay, so if I did that and just had the music on that side, then I could probably just on the back side do the 4 journaling cards, and I think that's a plan. Okay, I really hate to... don't. It's like such a dilemma because I don't really want to, I don't think that I'm going to be using that whole sheet. So I think if I went like this with it, and then cut it kind of like this, I don't know. It shouldn't be this hard, right? I think that's what I want to do. Hate to cut into this beautiful paper. I love birch trees, and they're so pretty. But let's cut into it anyways and use it and use the B side because I think it will be useful. I love that paper. Oh, I love it. I need to use it. I have some pictures from when we were skiing last year where I took some pictures that were just totally like snow and birch trees. So get those too. That too. So I used up that part of it, which is arguably really cute, and I don't want to use it, but I don't want to like waste it by having it on the opposite side, but I'm going to anyways. And what I need to do is still with the okay, so I'm just going to use this. Oh no, that's not quite it. I trimmed that a little bit different. So I just want to get this part centered, and then I'm just going to use this as my guide and cut it with scissors. And then I really do think I need an 8x8 sheet of paper to back it all, because it's going to look like I need something to go around this way. Darn it! So I still have those little pieces. This goes back in. Okay. So I'm envisioning this, yeah. And then I think I want just a dark piece of cardstock. And I think I'm going to have to walk across the room. Sorry about that. Yeah, that's not big enough. I'm coming right back. Oh, come on. I'm over here, I'm looking for a dark piece of something. Okay, it's not black, it's just a very dark piece of green, but I think it will work because it kind of coordinates with the other side there. Ugh, just fight with this thing again. I'm sure these are really great if they're not broken. Mine just happens to be broken. Like it's cracked. And I have others, I just need to get one up here. Paper trimmer. Do you want to know something really funny? You can do this little function on YouTube called Translate, and everything that the person says during the YouTube video gets translated, except the translator gets it all wrong. It's hilarious. If you're ever really bored and you need something to do, check it out because it's very funny. Okay, so I'm going to go like this. Get that tacked down. And so my husband will be so pleased that I got a picture of him playing the drums in here. Mr. Drummer Man, Mr. Drummer Boy. He used to play, he played the keyboards for his entire life. And then I got him an electric drum set. Like, what was I thinking, right? But I got him an electric drum set when the kids were little. And he's kind of stopped playing the keyboards. And he started playing the drums, and he plays his band. You know, plays with a band now, and he's the drummer. He's kind of given up keyboards. Like he still knows how to play them, but he likes the drums better now. And our house is not the most acoustically awesome place for the drums because we have tile floors, so it's really loud. So he likes to play. And we like him to play when we're not here. Whereas with the keyboards, it was kind of nice for him to play when we were around. But he tended to like to do it alone, just as his creative outlet. And I'm still hoping he'll teach the kids the music. Because I love music, but I don't have the music in me. But he does have it in him. Here we go. And if I were more ambitious, I might put some kind of embellishment right here. I might do that in the future too. I'm just getting tired tonight and I'm not going to do it. But I'll tell you, I did do that for another page. Like up here, I added this little leaf. Like I was going through my embellishments and I said, oh, look at that little leaf. That would be perfect on that page. And I did it after the fact. So that's one thing to keep in mind is you don't have to finish every single little detail as you're going through. You can always add details later. And so you can have some simple pages. They're in there. It's done, right? That's good. That's a good thing. Okay. Now we want this page with the 4, because they really were 4 things that happened today, and so that's just going to look like this. And I just needed another 8x8 piece of paper to accomplish that, and let's see. I just passed a piece of gray paper I thought would work pretty well. Where did it go? Okay, this one might work if I do it maybe the opposite way. So again, with my... I'm so sorry, I keep apologizing for this stupid cutter. It does take a long time, too. Note to self. One thing at a time, though. I did order my printer ink today, so that was good. Next step is a better cutter. That'll be my goal for tomorrow. I think I'm going to bring a guillotine cutter up here. It's really my favorite kind. But I'll tell you what, we have 2 guillotine cutters, and one is from like 20 years ago. They're both from Office Depot, which is our office supply store. And the one from 20 years ago is awesome. And then the one from like 5 or 10 years ago is lousy. And I really think that they just don't make them as well as they used to, even 10 years ago. Isn't that crazy? But I really think they don't. Because the new one, and I think it's the same brand even, is just not as good. Okay. Ta-da. This way instead. Okay, and these really do fit. Because they're 4 inches, and then this album is 8 by 8. So I do also keep a Project Life album, but I don't do it every day. Like, I do my December, I try to do my December daily every day of December, but with Project Life, I don't put that same pressure on myself to be doing that every single day of my whole life or my whole year, because it just doesn't happen. So Project Life is something I do kind of in spurts, especially at the beginning of the year, and then it tapers off, and then it starts up again towards the end of the year. So one thing I think might be cute to do over here is just some strips. And these are strips that I used for a creative team assignment that I can't tell you about right now, but we look forward to more on that next month. I'm very excited about something. I think it would be cute to have just some strips going up and down. Let me see. See if I can do... And maybe they just won't go the whole way up and down. Right now, I'm just playing, even though I'm tired and I'm kind of want to be done with this. It should be fun. Like, this should be just not a total chore, but it should be fun too. So, let me get one of those sticker sheets out and see what we've got to play with. Here's something. Oh, haha. Okay, remember what I just said? Remember I said, oh, if I had something to do with an embellishment, I would put it right here. Just found one. Yay. Okay, so this is This and That. It's by Echo Park. And look what we have right there is a drum. It's going right there. Woohoo! That's exciting. That's fun. I guess if I wanted to make it stand out more, which I sort of think I should put a little something underneath it. I don't know what. Let's just see. I think really just a strip of red would do the trick with just a little bit of, let's see. I'm just grabbing a piece of red from my scrap pile. So, oh, haha, it's 8 by 8. Which makes me not want to cut into it. Okay, here's a different red. I think that's going to work just as well. But you know what I'm going to do with this red? This is going to go in the back, because then I won't have to, next time I need an 8 by 8, You just go back there and get it. That's better. Oh my gosh. I just found another, whoops. I just found another little Project Life card, but that will just be for another day. It's okay. Okay. So here's what I'm thinking for underneath this thing. Is I'm just going to cut it. And then if I had a square punch handy, which, haha, I do. Okay, wasn't sure if I did. I'm just going to notch these out like this. Let's just see. I think I'm going to have to do this again. I don't think it's going to be big enough. Yeah. Skinnier and longer. So, there we go. Like this. Probably should have looked a little bit better at my photo there first, but I didn't. I'm not sure it's going to look good. So I'm thinking like this, and then kind of cuts off my daughter's feet. Huh. I'm not loving it. I don't know what to do. Once I stick that down, it's going to be down, because when I stick anything to these home printed photos, it really does stick pretty hard. I really don't like the way that looks though, with the, I don't think that's going to work. Oh, look at this. Good. If this little thing is bigger than this might work. It's not. Grr. Okay, I also have this sheet, which is like a crepe paper, and I kind of like the way this looks, and I'm just going to have to hand cut it, but I think that's going to make it stand out. Which I'm not like super concerned about, but I think, so I'm just going to cut this out first. What do we do for scrapbooking, huh? It's alright. I'm just feeling like, oh, come on. And so I really do think though that if we put too much pressure on ourselves for this December daily, then we'll fall off. And if we spend too long, so now I'm at 38 minutes for today, and I'm thinking like, oh, this is too long. A great time for me to devote to December daily during the month of December is like 20 to 30 minutes. So I have overdone it today. But I didn't do it at all yesterday. But that's not really what I'm going for, is it? I'm not always great at consistency. But okay, so I can put this down here where I think it ought to go. Or I can kind of put it right up here to cover up the wall socket. And I think I'm going to do that. And just tape it down. So I want the drum to be going straight up and down. And I like it. I think that's pretty cute. And I wonder if he'll notice. If he'll be like, hey, you found a drum sticker. I hope he notices. Okay. Are we done? Okay, I was going to do a little bit something extra cuter over here. I think maybe just this red border sticker. And then I'm calling it a day. So I'm just not going to use the whole thing. Just use that much of it. Stick that back on. yeah, now we're done. We're done. Even though I think this is not the most embellished looking page you ever saw, that's okay. Here we go. 40 minutes. Wow. This is December daily so far. So that was like, you know, November. Here comes December. I don't have my title page yet. We are taking our family photos tomorrow for our Christmas cards. Here's December 1st, which is my father-in-law's 93rd birthday. This is a retrospective of my son's 2013, and then my daughter, same deal. December 2nd. Our chore chart, December 3rd. Picking out the tree. And then journaling about December 3rd on Project Life type cards. Here's December 4th. And done. Okay. Good night, scrapbookers, or good morning, or whatever time you're coming to. I'm coming to you from the nighttime. But thank you for watching, and come back and see me, or consider subscribing to my YouTube channel, because I will be making these videos throughout the month of December. Okay, thanks a lot. Bye-bye.